Welcome to another episode of Land Rats. This week we're finishing up the galley, and we start off by taking out the oven.
Land Rats, now it's time to start with the oven. Stove, we're taking the stove out of storage to see what it is worth. Let's just have a look here. I think the lid seems like it's stuffed. Maybe it just needs a bit of a new spring.
Take it out and look at it quickly. Clean it.
Clean it. Been standing in storage for 5 years. Regulated as well. They're klein spoortjies. We found Chewbacca. The remains of Chewbacca.
Looks like he died in the oven.
Died in the oven door. I've taken a spring loaded thing out. Let's see if I can get a domestic one to fit at a normal appliance spare stove. Working on a budget, we got to try and flip and save anything that we can.
Okay, let's just shake it off.
It's not rusted too, it's a bit of surface rust. This must have been from when the boat was still leaking plenty. But this is a special vitreous coating. So, yeah.
Hopefully we're not playing with asbestos at the moment.
We took off this little hinge here. This is the other one still left. I got two new ones. It's not, looks like it's not stainless steel or anything. It looks like it's galvanized. So it's not gonna last forever. But this was quite cheap, so we'll just put it in, replace both of them, and then we've got an oven for the beginning. Now let's see if we can get the oven, the stove into the boat. Will you bring it for us, Renier? You see, we got the oven in. Swiveling. Put the countertop in, and then we've got to couple put the gas on, do the gas line.
What's in the cabinet?
It's very difficult to see. I need a mirror to get in there to flip and tighten these bolts, which is not a good idea. I don't like working with mirrors.
We've completely routed the gas cable now. We also bought a new regulator that shows the pressure, so we can easily spot if it leaks or whatnot, and also see how full the gas can is still. Then we also, at the bottom there, we had a piece of rubber cut out to put in so that the gas bottle isn't directly on the steel and paint, so it scratches off after a while. The gas line's been routed, and we use the same fittings as the electrical to glue it underneath this panel here, and then it runs into this cupboard, which I made a little floor for. And here we just have a shut-off valve basically that we can close the line with. Then it runs through this one at the bottom. You see the wire there at the back, out there, and into the back of the oven. We just took out the 2 old gas bottles. They're very old, and you can see they've seen some better days. So we're thinking if we're gonna refurbish them or if we're just gonna get 2 new bottles. Have we decided yet?
How much money we got?
Here's the gas tank. We just glued a piece of rubber around it so that it doesn't clang against each other the whole time. But this one was still looking good, so we didn't refurbish it. And here's the other one, painted and looking fresh. It's still empty, we haven't filled it yet, but it's looking good now. Most of the rust was just on the exterior, not on the can, so we decided it's good to just refurbish them.
Open the gas there, check for leaks. No leaks there. Come inside. There's a stop valve inside. If it starts burning, you guys can just run and switch it off at that. No leaks here. Okay, switch it on.
Other side.
Okay, other side.
And that's high. It's not the fastest gas oven in the world, but it'll cook a thing.
Suppose you can't run both at the same time.
Close that one. And this one's still the same. Maybe needs a new jet.
Jet plug or something.
But that's still quite powerful.
Like the oven. With the new hinges. Daar open we en al voor. There we go.
Oven looks good. Time to make some beer bread. Now at least we've got a heater in the boat.
Yeah, the previous owner told me in the Cape winters I use the boat, the oven for the heater. Just check this inside just for the gas leak. Suppose it's not the best way to check for a gas leak is with a flame, eh?
But it's the land rat's way. Still busy in the kitchen. We need to put a nice coating over here. So what we thought we'd do is we'd build a kind of cover or something that we can put in the basin so we can cut vegetables and whatnot here as well. Initially we were going to do both, but we just talked about it now, and I think we're only going to do the big one, because then you can at least wash your fruit or whatever still in the fresh water, and it's easier to stow if it's a little block than it's 2 blocks. Or maybe we'll change it, we'll get another block for that eventually, but I think we're just going to do this one for now. I actually think I've got a better idea than cutting a piece of wood here. Let me go upstairs. I think if we just use this cutting board, maybe put a couple of pieces of wood underneath there, we can fit it in that over the basin and then use that to cut our vegetables and whatnot while we can clean it on the other side. So I'm gonna see if that works.
Tommy, what are you doing?
It's a bit too small, but who cares? I'm gonna make it work anyway. Okay, let's see how good I measured. Looks like I just have to do a little bit more trimming before it will fit. Just got our tabletop for the galley. My dad made some templates over there. Now we're quickly gonna cut it. Hopefully made good templates.
Cut it. We've just cut out the what do you call this stuff? Formica. We cut out the formica, and now we're gonna just match it up to the top, and then glue it and put it in. And we gotta sand it down to get rid of the old glue, and sand it down to get the new stuff in there. That's it. Let's get to work. Genuine imported imitation Italian marble tops.
Yeah, the top is in. We just need to put the wood surrounding it now, but it looks nice.
Little fiddles, call it a fiddle.
Fiddle.
Fiddle on the roof.
Fiddler on the roof.
It's a fiddle.
Yeah, and then the wood at the side. And then what we did is also we glued it in, but underneath the basin we put silicone. And we're also maybe going to put some silicone in the corner there if water spills, as well as the connection there. There's a bit of silicone there.
If you're allergic to water, you shouldn't have a boat, I suppose.
Yeah. Probably the prettiest thing in the boat at the moment.
Yeah.
If I look around, we've got
and you've got a nice fan as well.
Electric one.
The highlight. The fan is a highlight.
yeah, not how it's mounted, but
The radio, the nice radio.
nice second-hand radio. If you saw where it came from, you'd not think it's so nice.
It is pretty new, and then the charge controller is brand new.
Yeah,
Nogal a Victron.
nogal a Victron. But everything else could probably look better.
Like a rat boat.
Yeah,
Just put a chrome cover somewhere.
we're not land poodles.
We got a chrome. Look at our nice tap here. This is a genuine chrome tap. This 64 bucks.
Sure.
That's like $3.
Put our Nathaniel cutting board in. Also looks fancy. You know, the kitchen might be the fanciest part.
Yeah, definitely so far the fanciest part.
Looking for a fiddle? Gotta consult the fiddle bucket. Or the fiddle tray. Here are the fiddles we removed. So, ouchie. We're gonna put them back quickly. And here you can see the galley completely finished. We've got our fiddles glued in now. Our countertop is placed, even on top of the fridge. So that's looking good. The basins are a bit dirty, but not too worried about that. I think it looks real nice. Oven's tested and working. So that's at least one part of the boat we can sign off. That's it. Thanks for watching another episode of Land Rats. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends. We'll see you again next week. Cheers.
and rats.